Hi, I'm Joe Fletcher, FIFA Assistant Referee from Canada, and I'm here at the Ontario Soccer Development Conference. I originally started refereeing because I didn't want to have a paper route, and it was something to earn some money. I loved playing, but I was 14, so I was like, here's something else I can do, and started refereeing under 9 at the same time, and it was just fun. I thought it was easy money to make. And then somewhere along the lines, you keep going, and you say, okay, I'll move a higher level and a chance to earn a little bit more. And okay, that seemed exciting, and it got to the point where I wanted to referee full-time even versus playing. Abuse from parents, from coaches, from players, it does make your job difficult. The first thing you want to keep in mind is that some of those outbursts, in fact, most of those outbursts are emotional, because soccer is a game of passion. And while I don't condone anybody yelling at an official, most of it isn't personal. It is just, I really wanted that decision to go my way. I feel like I had a chance to score. I can't believe they just scored, whatever the case is. So try to differentiate the emotional outburst, which is not personal, and usually ends 5 seconds and onward. After that, if you notice there's the continual ones and they become personal in nature, I admit that's really tough to deal with. The first time I was faced with that, I had a gentleman by the name of George Grant. I was working house league. Actually, he's the late George Grant. But he stood up for me from the sideline and yelled at whoever that parent was and said, I pay him to do a job, you're to leave him alone, and so on and so forth. And that was the greatest feeling ever. And since then, I find myself wanting to do the same things. So for anybody who's had a tough day at the office where you're getting a lot of grief from people, know that your best family and your best colleagues and stuff are other referees living that same situation. Because you'll find that they'll become your ear to listen to, someone to vent to, and someone to give you that inspiration to say, you know what, keep going. Craziness, I guess I've seen, is going into a stadium and you have the mob of all the spectators. You've got just as many armed police force kind of escorting everybody in the same entrance. You look in the stadium and there's fencing around some of the away supporters, mainly to protect them. They've got a wall of security. Match goes on, and there's a 16-foot fence around the stadium, making sure that nobody can get to the place. And you stop and think of all the security, and I mean, there's lots of stuff that happens. You see, and all of it revolves around them wanting to be passionate for their teams. So, I mean, it's difficult to think of one experience that has been the craziest, but it's amazing when you sit there and go to, say, Honduras, and you realize that every time their national team plays, it's a national holiday. So everybody's in the stadium 4 hours before kickoff or more, starting to celebrate and getting the party going and ready for this game where